Check out Get Ready Now that we did that aired last Friday at 6:30. WDSU first warning weather as we look outside. We've got just a couple of clouds hanging around, but not much here. We are tracking what's going on in South Florida, but let's get a first look at what's going on into the southeastern United States. This has been that low risk of possible development over the next few days. Added in from the National Hurricane Center's a 10% chance over the next 2 days, showing a possible circulation just on the east part of the peninsula. A lot of storm activities I just showed that's going. And right now, though, we still have the parent circulation. That's the one that sits up higher in the sky a few miles, the upper level system, if you will, that's churning, and you can see it by the spin here. So usually two parts to a storm system, one that sits above, one that's at ground level. We've got some drier air working in on the backside, but as we take another look at humidity levels, this is the forecast showing over the next couple of days. Humidity conditions could be favorable as the system pumps in its own higher humidity. However, water temperatures just off the coast, well, we're only into the 70s. You need to be at least 80 or even higher, shown here with the Gulf Stream off the southeastern U.S. coast here. That is into the 80s, but I'm going to show you where that track is taking. It could be more over land, and there's also wind shear to be dealing with, so just not the most favorable conditions. And here's our high-res forecast showing that that system's mainly over land. There's a little bit of organization, but that looks more like a typical storm system than something tropical. That's why it's a 10% chance. So not expecting a whole lot, except we have indirect surge of humidity that'll come, and I'll show you what that does. One tropical wave Central America that could produce system in the Pacific. There's another one coming off of Africa. In between, we've got some Saharan dust, but right now, pretty quiet was what we want to start off the hurricane season. Get back closer to home, and we've got some temperatures that are still pretty warm and humid for this time of the night. 70s, right around 80 degrees in most cases. There's a look at the dew points. They're starting to go up, so that surge of humidity already being realized from that same system coming from east to west, as we'll show. And that's going to enhance the rain chances here tomorrow. So it's an east wind that's been coming off and giving us that higher humidity surge. You'll find a few more scattered storms in the mix here tomorrow when we really feel the higher humidity. And once it's here, it's not going anywhere. And it's going to keep a chance of some widely scattered storms in the mix all the way through the weekend. And next week we'll enhance rain chances even more, and I'll show you why in just a second. Waking up to 70s for everyone. The exception, Grand Isle, might be a warm 80 and humid too. Widely scattered storms tomorrow. Give it about a 40% chance. Locally heavy rain could be possible if you get one of those storms, but I think we have enough movement. It's not a big flood risk. Temperatures closing in to 90 degrees, if not hitting 90 in many cases. Higher humidity could feel more like 97. We go into Thursday, widely scattered storms. Let's put this at about a 30% chance. Maybe one or two storms could bring some locally heavy rain. Temperatures up even further here. We could be 90, 91, 92 in some cases. Heat index closing in near 100. And that humidity goes up even further. We're at dew points in the 70s, but we won't stop there. As we extend the forecast into the weekend, we could be bringing dew points to 77. If we hit 92, 93, that could be a heat index of 107. That's one off the heat advisory criteria, feeling 108 or even hotter. Chance of some storms, it's a slight chance widely scattered. But as we go into next week, we have fronts that start to near, and that enhances the rain chances as we go Monday, Tuesday, even probably into Wednesday next week too. So WDSU first warning weather, 7-day, 40% chance of scattered storms tomorrow. Then we'll keep a chance of storms in the mix as we heat up. Could be nearing heat advisory criteria to the weekend, and storms likelier as we head into next week. Sola.